Welcome to This Week in Weiss Schwarz, where we talk about Weiss Schwarz's news and cards of the day. And you know what? I'm going to wait a day because this is going to be a super quick episode. So let's see if Bushiroad gives us any other information. 1 day later. Probably shouldn't have waited. Although I did get the Afterglow deck profile done, but other than that, I probably shouldn't have waited. Either way, let's get on with what little news we have this week. We're gonna start off with the JP news, and the first bit of news is that Fate Grand Order Camelot is currently out in JP. So let's look at those signed cards. Very nice. In this video over here, I did talk about how this set is going to come over to English Weiss Schwarz. So if you wanted to build this set and you haven't gotten the JP cards yet, by all means, get them in English. Support your local game stores and get some boxes and singles. I'm personally going to build an 8 gold bar Ozymandias deck because that looks like something I would run. I honestly need a shirt that has a gold bar icon. I would wear it every time I go to locals. Also in the JP side, the title cups are done. If you're unaware of what a title cup is, first of all, welcome to Weiss Schwarz. Second, this is a special shop tournament where you're only allowed to enter using a single series. So for example, if it's a Soccer Wars title cup, you can only enter using Soccer Wars. So these are the current titles that were part of the title cup. Soccer Wars, Key 20th Anniversary, Lost Decade, Fate Grand Order, this is before the movie set, Data Life, Ray Zero, Madoka, all the Madoka sets, including the game and the new anime set. Quintessential Quintuplets, Circus 20th Anniversary, and Summer Pockets. What's important to note is that Quintessential Quintuplets is a title cup, not a Quintessential Quintuplets cup. So you're actually not limited to building a deck using a single sister. Everything is free game. Probably know what topped. And the image that I was showing is what actually the player that won the respective title cup won. It looks really nice. They look really, really nice. Wait a minute. There we go. You can't even see. So if you're curious to what the winning decks for each series looks like, the actual deck lists are currently up on the official Weiss Schwarz website. I love the Soccer Wars deck list. Yeah, it looks like a standard Soccer Wars deck list minus the 2 yellows from England, but this was actually made by Milk Tea, who most people know him as the dude that pretty much perfected the Kaguya build. Everyone net decked their list, and they're probably gonna net deck the Soccer Wars list as well. I know I am. Over in Marvel Comics, we have 2 new card arts to look at. We have Hawkeye and the Hulk, whose knee I cannot look at for too long because I do not like looking at bumpy things. I don't know what it is, but it activates some weird reptile reaction in my brain. And actually, believe it or not, these are all the AVGR cards in this set. We have all 6 of them, and yeah, I joked about Thanos not being purple, but the Hulk actually not being green does kind of suck, but then you realize there's probably not going to be a green in this set. Because as of now, there are no green cards shown. Now, green could be reserved for the villains like most Weiss Schwarz sets, but my rebuttal to that is Thanos is blue. We're gonna have to wait and see when more cards come out, but I think this is gonna be a tricolored set. And now we are off to the English news. Next week, Sword Art Online Alicization 2 is gonna be out, and actually on the website, they added a little deck list of sorts. But more importantly, we have some RWBY cards to talk about. So we were actually given... Hey. What?
You steal a card from us?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Just by any chance, like, did you?
No,
did you take anything?
These were cards that
we're kind of missing some things around the office, specifically some RWBY cards. So
no, I didn't.
Just wondering, did you take anything?
No, dude, these are just trial deck cards. The ones that you gave us on the website. I don't know anything about stealing any cards or anything. All right, so.
All right, just wondering. Just wondering.
The hell was that about? Either way, we are given some cards from the RWBY Trial Deck. Now, like I mentioned, this is from the official Bushiroad website. So if you want to read more about him, go check it out. RWBY Teamwork states that on attack, if you have 2 or more other Remnant characters, this gains 2k power and climax combo. When this card's battle opponent is reversed with initiation in play, top check 4, add a character, ditch the rest. Then you give a character 2k power. Weiss Teamwork states that the turn that this is placed on stage from your hand, you give a remnant character power equal to 500 multiplied by however many remnant characters you have, and climax combo. On attack with initiation, this card and another one gain the following effects. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, top check 2, add up to 2 remnant characters, add them to hand, then you ditch the rest. The climax is a 1k1 and a gate when triggered. That's not bad, but it's not good either. As you know, we're not the biggest fan of on reverse effects on this channel, but this is a trial deck, so we can't be too harsh on it. The Weiss can give the RWBY power for guaranteed reverses, and Weiss can also boost itself, but that's on a level 2. And on top of that, it's going to be at 8k on climax. Not the best at all. This is straight up 2016 type effects, but it's still good. It's not that bad, but the negatives outweigh more than the positives. You're probably not going to be running these in your deck, honestly. Yang Enraged is on play heal, and on attack you can pay 1, ditch 1. All your remnant characters gain 500 power and a soul for the turn. A walking climax is not bad, could help push for damage if you don't have a climax, and she does heal. Again, not the best, but it's a trial deck card. But how about a card you're probably going to be running? Weiss Battle Stance states that on the turn that this is played on stage, this card gains 1k power for the turn depending on how many other remnant characters you have, and once per turn. During the turn that this is placed on stage from your hand, at the end of this card's attack, pay 2, ditch 2 remnant characters, restand this card. That is right, with the full field, this can go up to 13k5 power, which is pretty good, and this is a climaxless restander. What is great is that this is not dependent on a reverse. You could crash, get damage in, restand, crash again. This is super solid, and I do see people running this at 1 or 2. This is a great secondary level 3 card. Now, I did explain what a secondary level 3 is, but I think we got some newer friends watching, so I'm gonna have to explain. A secondary level 3 is a card that you are going to use if you do not have your main climax combo ready. You might be missing a character, a combo piece, or the climax itself. It is always good to have some secondary level 3 cards that could potentially end the games as well. Icy Tails, Restanders, Burn cards are all great examples of the sorts of effects that these cards would have. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Weiss Schwarz news and content. What do you think of the first RWBY Trial Deck reveals? I personally like the Weiss. What title cup are you all interested in? I'm a Soccer Wars guy. Gotta bring this out every time we bring up Soccer Wars. I'm gonna net deck it. I don't give a shit. I have no shame. Thank you all to my YouTube members scrolling up over here, and shout out to my newest YouTube members, Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz. Am I finally getting the recognition of my peers that I've always wanted? I honestly can't handle this. I can't. I need to go. Alright, so now that everyone else is gone, here's the extra RWBY card, only for the real heads out there. RWBY Huntress Wannabe states that when this card is placed on stage from your hand, mill 2, and this card gains power depending on how many characters you milled, and she is a mill runner. Yeah, you're probably going to be running this. Mill runners are super helpful, and even if you're not going to run, you mill for a better chance of canceling. Super solid card from the trial deck, so you're probably going to be running this in your decks as well, depending on what the booster set looks like. RWBY running is a triple rare. She states that at the start of your opponent's attack phase, you could pay 1, run this to the back row, and act, pay 1, send this to the waiting room, top check 4, and add a character, you ditch the rest. Yeah, that's fine. I really do not like cards that are pay 1, send this to the waiting room, because I kind of want to be able to attack with this, but hey, this is perfectly great. You're instantly replacing this card, you get some mills to increase your deck speed. Either way, it's a pretty solid card. Okay, now we're done.